everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Miss May. It has been a little while since my last upload, probably about 4 months by now. I didn't want to upload 2 Galentine's current households in a row, but I also just wasn't ready to go ahead and post or show off what I have been working on, so I just simply wasn't posting anything. Until now. Now I feel like I've made a decent amount of progress to go ahead and show off just some of what I have been doing. This is one of my projects that I've been working on. This is Deery Meadows. It's an empty world that I downloaded from my sim realty that I'm building from the ground up. I'm working on all of the community lots as well as the residential lots and all the families that will be living here. I hope to play rotationally like Sims 2 style and potentially create a story out of it to share on my Tumblr. So, with that said, let's kind of get started with showing everything I have so far. So this area right here is obviously like the town center where all the main rabbit holes and community lots will be, or like careers and shopping. I have started building it up and placing the rabbit holes and labeling other lots just to get a good layout of the town and make sure that we have everything that we need. On the left side, there's going to be obviously a lot of residential lots. Up here, I want to build a community college, and then this will be the administration center, and then just like a plaza, a coffee house. These are little parking lots that I have. They're just as filler for now when I don't really know what to do with the space. I also like to add them for realism because, like, you know, in America-centric towns, you need somewhere to put your car. So I haven't built those yet, but that is what that's going to be. That's the left side. And then over here on the right side is going to be kind of more farmland because we have all of these big old nice lots. Over here I have the military rabbit hole. This is going to be the equestrian center and the horse ranch. Some more houses. So there's obviously still a lot that I need to do, but enough of what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and jump into what I have already done. We're back into the town center, and we're going to get started with the rabbit hole for the city hall. There's not really too much for it because it's still just a rabbit hole, but I am pretty satisfied with how I've been doing with the landscaping and just how everything is turning out. Again, I mentioned liking to have parking lots, so we have some of those. We have lots of lighting and sidewalks. We're going to have like a little pretend bus station. Lots of plants and greenery, and then we come over behind here. It's just kind of a little bit more walkway. I thought about actually building shells for the rabbit holes to use with the ultimate career mod, but for now I'm just gonna stick with the rabbit holes. That turning them into actual buildings could potentially be a project for another time. That is just not it right now. So next to the city hall, we have the library, and this one is not a rabbit hole. This is one that I made. It's the first lot in town that I built from scratch, and I think it turned out very cute. It serves every purpose that a library should, and it fits the aesthetic that I'm going for with the town. It has a bit of a modern design of like the flat roof, while still having like a lot of plants and the more rustic brick. I really love this lattice right here with the plants on the roof, and the tiles are glass, so this actually is a roof and it will work in the elements. We got more bus stops, more parking spaces, we got lots of plants. And let's take a look inside. Inside we have kind of a pretend area for the librarian, and then we have the computers, bathrooms. Sims, they can come here and check for opportunities for work, or they can come here and get some clubs. There are these tall bookcases, and I really like this area right here, how it's just kind of like a hallway of bookcases. And then again, you can look outside where there is more plants. In here is like a little reading nook where maybe book clubs can form. And then again, more reading areas, and then a little children play area so that they can read their own books, and they have some toys. I think this library is very cute. And then right here, this is a lot. And I'm going to build like a gazebo. So we can kind of just pretend that Sims can come here, rent a book, and then come over here to read. It'll be very cute. This is the school rabbit hole. I think that I'm going to be saying this about everything, but I think that this turned out so cute. I love all the plants. I love the gated area. I love how it's fenced in and there's like a gate. This is a mod for some after school activities, I think. Yeah. Have some picnic benches. Maybe kids can come out here and do their homework after school, kind of pretend they can eat their lunch out here. And then in the back, we do have just a little bit of a playground. So after school, maybe kids can play here while they wait for their parents to come pick them up or, kind of pretend that they have recess. We don't really have recess in The Sims 3, but, we can pretend. And it's actually so funny because I've been meaning to film this, like, current household, I guess, for so long, but I just get so shy in front of the microphone, and so I'll keep turning on the game and ready to film, and I just won't. And so I ended up building this when I was supposed to be filming, so that's a little bit of a fun story. This is a combination rabbit hole of the business and the bistro. For the most part, I'm not using combination rabbit holes because it just feels a little cheaty for what it is that I'm doing. But I did really like this rabbit hole and how it fit in with the town. It does not have its own parking lot, but it does have a parking lot right beside it. And so just lots of more plants, some decorations. There's some tables out here for Sims to come and eat outside. And it is just, as I'm going to keep saying, very cute. This is actually behind the rabbit hole that I just showed. I call it drinks as usual instead of a business as usual. It's just a little bar where people can come for drinks and mingling after work. I thought it was really cute, and I can imagine a lot of storytelling happening here. And also, right here, you can see that the business and restaurant rabbit hole didn't quite fit on the lot. So I had to use move objects on, and it kind of clips into the lot that we're in right now. So I added this section here to kind of mask that. And it also works because we really need to have bathrooms in these like little lots or else Sims will just be pissing everywhere. And there's dumpsters that makes it kind of realistic. So there's more seating and there's a little stereo here for maybe dancing and of course the bar. This is the hospital rabbit hole. It doesn't have its own parking lot again, but then there's this parking lot right here. I do like this, how, if you've ever been to a hospital, you'll see how they have like this emergency thing where you can come and drop someone off and then go search for parking. So I really wanted to add that. I love this sign from Into the Future. It's very perfect. We got like a blue and pink theme going on. There's just like a few little benches, some trash cans. It's just a hospital rabbit hole. It's not really too special. I do think it's cute. I think it's very pretty, very colorful. And yeah, we are now across the street from the City Hall rabbit hole. And then this is the police station rabbit hole. It's pretty self-explanatory. Got another parking lot, plants, landscaping, fountains. Yeah, this is next to the police station. I call it Kicktail Park if you've ever played The Sims Urbs for GameCube and PlayStation 2. This is just a recolor of the snowboarding half pipe to make it look like skateboarding instead of snowboarding. We have some vending machines, some benches, trash cans, some more porta potties, a bus stop. And so I just thought that this was really fun to have and just, something for people to do. I definitely want this town to have a lot of like third spaces for entertainment and skill building. So yeah, this is also next to the police station. We have a gas station with a grocery store rabbit hole. I really love how I made this little like pumping station right here. Obviously it's not functional, but there are parking spaces so that Sims can come and like park their car and kind of just look like they're getting gas while they just like come inside the little convenience store. I thought that was very cute. There's also some dumpsters because it's realistic, some vending machines, and yeah, it's not much, but it's very cute. It just kind of makes this feel like a real little small town. This is right beside the police station and that little gas station. This is a basketball court. Again, just for people to build some skills. Maybe the kids can come here after school because it's not far from the school rabbit hole. We got more bus stations. We got a phone, so maybe we can just kind of pretend people can. Well, I was gonna say kids can like call their parents to come pick them up, but why wouldn't they have cell phones? But whatever. More vending machines, more benches, basketball hoops. Yeah, it's very simple, but I just like so cannot wait to play here and have Sims come here. And then yeah, the police station's over here, and then there's that little skating park. So it's all just really coming together. This is the spa and bookstore combination rabbit hole. So again, we have another combination rabbit holes. I was gonna place them individually, and like that would have worked, but then I just liked the style of this one better. So I decided to add this in and then do a little landscaping, of course. But then what I really like is back here, I added kind of like a little reading nook for, again, Sims. They can come buy a book and then come back here and read. I don't think this log is a functional. I think it's just decoration. But I am pretty sure this and this are functional as seats. This is a couch. I think this is just like an armchair. So, and then we have these little lights. And yeah, I just cannot wait to have Sims come out here and just read. Here we have the theater. It's right next to the bookstore and spa. It's not really anything special, just a little bit more plants and landscaping and some like sidewalks. We have a little red carpet here. I actually did not realize how big the theater rabbit hole is, so I'm actually pretty glad that I was able to find somewhere to squeeze it in, because I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it to be so big. It's not really special. There is a spot back here. It just has like a dumpster. It's not really anything important. It's just kind of just to be realistic, I guess. And yep, so that's kind of the little town center so far. Oh yeah, we got another parking lot right here. And then so here's the school, just so you can get like just a little idea of what the town's really looking like and its layout. This is the last rabbit hole that I have placed. This is the military base. It is way on the other side of town. It's right on top of this hill, and you see there's some flags here. I love it. I love the color scheme that's going on. I love the plants. I love like kind of all the different kinds of concrete. My dog's barking. Got these signs here. We got the little jet. And then back here, we have kind of just like a little bit of a gym. And yeah, they can get in through the fence through these gates. Oh, and I added these solar panels just to like kind of pretend that this helps give the city power. I don't know why. I just thought that'd be funny. And just like a little world building to give. Yeah, this is the military. I have only made one residential lot so far, but I am super happy with it. There is a house that I pass by in my neighborhood when I'm walking my dogs, and I think it is so cute, so I just had to build it. It doesn't look exactly like this, but what I really liked was the blue roof and the yellow paneling. It looks like something out of Isla Paradiso. And obviously, I don't know what it looks like on the inside, so then that's when I just did my own thing. So let's take a look inside. So it is 3 bedrooms and 2 baths with a laundry room and attached garage. It is fully furnished, even though there's currently no family in it. I definitely wanted it to be all nice and colorful and a mix of like homey and professional. So it's nice and quiet and cute to raise a family, but also a lot of space for hosting and fundraisers you have to throw in the political career. And then so here's the backyard, and again you can see how there's like a lot of seating spaces, and it could be very nice for the adults. There's also a little kitchen here and more seating and a nice pool, but then there's also stuff for the kids because, it's supposed to be professional, but there's also a family here. With that said, let's go ahead and meet the family who is eventually going to be living here. When I play The Sims, I like to alternate between wanting to build and wanting to play. So while I'm building up Deery Meadows, I'm also getting a head start on the families that are going to be populating the town. I know I could just make Sims and use my imagination to give them any backstory that I want, but where's the fun in that? So that is why we are actually in Starlight Shores to meet the family that is going to be living in the yellow and blue house that I showed off. The house was built for 4, but as you can see, there's only 2 and some pets. They are not performers. I just had them in Starlight Shores because I was just wanting to play in Starlight Shores. I just really like the California aesthetic, and I wanted to build this Spanish home. So, yeah, I'm playing them to get a break from all the building, and I still built their home. As you can see, they are housebroke. They met in university and they started dating, and after graduation, they just bought a house that they couldn't afford and they are working on building up. This is Erica Bellow. And this is Michael Hook. Michael is in the political career. He is a local representative, level 6. He has the lifetime wish to be the leader of the free world. And then Erica, she is level 5 in professional sports. She is a rookie and she wants to become a superstar athlete. She is right here working on her athletic skill. And then, so as they're getting promotions, they are working on furnishing up their house. It was like nothing when we first moved in. And we're really prioritizing like the kitchen and the living space because since Michael is in the political career, he is gonna have to start doing fundraising parties. He needs to do that like right now. It's really important that they have an area to host in. This is the backyard. There's nothing in it yet because, again, we're just trying to do what we can. I only have 286 simoleons in the household funds. Their bedroom is so sad, but no one else has to see it. We're also working on their bathroom. They have the cheapest toilet, they had the cheapest bathtub, the cheapest sinks. We're just working on upgrading everything that we can. They are not married yet. They are still just boyfriend and girlfriend. That's because I downloaded the engagement ring mod by Platsimmer, and so I'm just waiting for them to eventually want to get married. Right now, they're still, pretty house broke. They can't really afford it right now. And then, so they also have a dog, Professor Hook, and then a cat, Dr. Hook. These, they came to the house as strays. I always wanted them to have pets, but I didn't want them to have them yet because we were just, we're struggling to take care of ourselves. We didn't need pets. But then Professor, he came to the door as a stray, and he was just like the cutest stray dog I've ever seen that we ever had. So we just had to have him. And then I shit you not, the next day, here comes Doctor, who's like a matching set. So we had to have him too. Adopted him, and now no more. We are done with pets for now. I should probably go over them a little bit. So yeah, this is Michael Hook. He is good. He got this from graduating university. Charismatic, frugal, light sleeper, ambitious, and friendly. He likes geek rock, firecracker shrimp, and the color red. And then here is Erica. She is eco-friendly. That's the trait that she got from graduating university. Loves the heat, athletic, frugal, heavy sleeper, and ambitious. Yeah, so that's kind of just them for now. If you want, I can do another current household where we actually like play a day of them. But since this current household is mostly just showing off Deery Meadows, I kind of just want to introduce them and then move on because we do have one other household that I want to show off that I've been playing. Here is the second household that I am playing to fill Deery Meadows. I am doing a little bit of a runaway teen challenge, but I'm kind of just bending the rules to kind of just fit more with my playstyle and the story that I am telling. This is Edgar Portillo. Yeah, he is a teen and he is on his own. We are here in a custom world called the Undercity, so it is not the best neighborhood. Right now he is at the library, but this is where he quote unquote lives. It's just a little campsite. There's some garbage. He has a tent. He has a little garden. His story is he is the eldest son of a single mother who just kept on having a bunch of kids. And a lot of times the story for the setup is the eldest kind of takes responsible for the youngest sibling. Not Edgar. He said, fuck them kids. He said, fuck you and fuck them. If I'm gonna have to take care of myself, then I'm going to take care of only myself. So he ran away. he meant it. He is a workaholic, he's a snob, he's a smoozer, and he's ambitious. He does not have a lifetime wish yet, but I do want him to go into business. So the goal is to get him good grades and to get him a scholarship so he can go on to university, get a business degree, go to Deery Meadows, and just take it by storm. So a rule that I am bending is that he is in school. He is enrolled in homeschooling, which is a mod. So that's why he's here at the library all the time, because he can come and do his homework and download other homework. I haven't been playing it for too long, so he is still only a C student, but as you can see, he's already done his homework for today. He can also come here and build his skills by reading books. He is a level 3 inventing. He does have some mixology skill, because apparently the mixology skill helps with business. And then he can also moonlight up bars for some money, which he desperately needs. He's working on his charisma. He needs more relationships before he can build that up. A little bit of programming, gardening, and handiness. I want him to go to the junkyard and get just broken items, I guess, and repair them and upgrade them so then he can sell them for money. And again, if you want a full current household on him where we play a day, I will probably just go ahead and do that anyway. Same with the Bellow-Hooks, just to get a little bit more about what they're doing. And I don't think I said a backstory for the Bellow-Hooks. They kind of don't really have one. I imagine they're both just kind of from good families, and they're good people. They're a pretty stress-free and just fun family that I want to play, other than the fact that they're having some humble beginnings. But, everyone has to start somewhere. Edgar is starting off a little bit more humble than others, but it's definitely fun getting all this built up. And that is all that I have to show for now. So thank you for making it this far into the video. Thank you for being patient if you follow me, for not having a regular upload thing, both for YouTube and Tumblr. I just don't have that much time in the world. I'm an adult, I work, I have a life, and these things, they take a long time. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for making it this far into the video. If you like what I do, the best way to support me is to check out my author's website. The link is in the description.